What if I told you that one seemingly harmless habit is silently draining your energy, eroding your confidence, and keeping you stuck in life? You wake up feeling exhausted, unmotivated, and trapped in a cycle that seems impossible to break. But what if the secret to unbreakable self-control, relentless discipline, and true masculinity has been right in front of you all along? Stick with me, because once you hear this, you'll never look at this habit the same way again. It's a topic nobody likes to discuss, yet everyone struggles with. Some call it normal, harmless, and even healthy. But have you ever questioned it? What if this so-called harmless habit is actually doing more damage than you ever realized? The greatest minds in history, from legendary warriors to world-changing visionaries, understood something that today's society chooses to ignore. They knew the power of discipline, the dangers of chasing pleasure, and the true path to self-mastery. And today, I'm going to reveal the wisdom they followed so that you can break free, reclaim your power, and transform your life forever. The problem: why this habit is destroying you. Let's be honest, you've felt it. That lingering sense of guilt, the lack of motivation, the emptiness that follows indulgence, that unsettling feeling that something inside you is slipping away. But why? Science gives us a clear answer. Each time you engage in this habit, your brain releases an intense surge of dopamine, the chemical responsible for pleasure and reward. Sounds great, right? Wrong. Because the more you indulge, the more your brain becomes addicted to quick, effortless pleasure. And like any addiction, the side effects soon become obvious. You feel drained, weak, unmotivated. Your ambition to pursue real goals fades away. Why? Because your brain has already received its reward without you having to accomplish anything meaningful. Your drive, your energy, and your focus are all stolen by a habit that gives nothing in return. The greatest minds of the past understood this truth, long before science could prove it. They warned about the dangers of overindulgence and the risks of being controlled by base desires. But what exactly did they say? And more importantly, how can you use their wisdom to break free? The trap of pleasure. How it controls you. One of the greatest thinkers in history once wrote, "No man is free who is a slave to his body." And that is exactly what happens when you let pleasure control you. Every time you give in, you reinforce a mindset of weakness. You tell yourself, "I need this," when in reality, it's controlling you. A true leader, a true master of his own fate, believes in dominating his desires, not being ruled by them. A man who cannot control himself will never be truly free. The more you seek pleasure, the more you become its prisoner. The more you chase instant gratification, the further you move from genuine fulfillment. But here's the real kicker. Every great man in history, warriors, leaders, visionaries, had one thing in common. They controlled their desires. They did not allow fleeting urges to dictate their actions. And because of that, they achieved greatness, while the rest remained enslaved to their impulses. The solution: how to break free and reclaim your power. So how do you escape this trap? How do you take back control and free yourself from a habit that has been secretly holding you back? The answer lies in three fundamental principles: self-discipline, purpose, and transmutation. 1. Self-discipline, the key to true freedom. A wise man once said, "No man is truly free who is not master of himself." And that is where it all begins. The moment you decide to stop being a slave to your desires is the moment you reclaim your power. But self-discipline isn't about denying yourself. It's about choosing what's truly valuable over what's easy. Every time you resist the urge, you train your mind to become stronger. You build mental toughness. And over time, those impulses lose their grip on you. 2. Find your purpose. Replace the habit with something greater. A life without purpose is a wasted life. And that's why so many men struggle with breaking free. They lack something meaningful to channel their energy into. Think about it. If your mind is consumed with building a business, mastering a skill, or pursuing greatness, do you really have time for meaningless indulgence? The key is to replace the habit with something that fuels your ambition and gives you true fulfillment. 3rd transmutation. Redirect your energy for maximum power. Ancient warriors, artists, and inventors knew a secret that most men today ignore. They understood that sexual energy is one of the most powerful forces within a man. And when that energy is wasted, so is his potential. But when redirected, when channeled into something productive, it becomes an unstoppable source of drive and ambition. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest minds in history, remained celibate his entire life because he understood this principle. He knew that by transmuting his energy, he could achieve greatness beyond the reach of ordinary men. Instead of wasting your energy on fleeting pleasure, use it to fuel your ambition, your creativity, and your discipline. The climax. What happens when you quit? Imagine this, waking up every day with unshakable confidence, no guilt, no weakness, just pure, unstoppable energy. Imagine feeling more motivated, more focused, and more in control of your life than ever before. That's what happens when you break free. Your testosterone levels rise, your mental clarity sharpens, your drive to achieve skyrockets, and most importantly, you regain power over your own mind. This isn't just about quitting a habit. It's about becoming the man you were meant to be. Conclusion. The final challenge now. The question is, will you stay trapped in the cycle, or will you take control? Will you keep letting an empty habit steal your potential? Or will you rise above it? The choice is yours. But remember this, no great man in history was ruled by his desires. The ones who changed the world were those who mastered themselves first. If you're ready to break free, reclaim your power, and start living at your full potential, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Your journey to self-mastery starts now.